Hi, Dr. Mark Medus again, telling you about the quantum alignment technique. And earlier we were demonstrating how a magnet over the conception vessel will weaken a previously strong muscle. The addition of a quantum device causes normalization. Remove the magnet from the person's field and place it back in. Even though the quantum device is there, resist, they do not balance anymore. It takes another quantum device put back into the field to counter the effect of the magnet on the conception vessel. That's very important because it's showing that the magnetic disturbance on the nervous system is resulting in neurological weakness to every muscle, is counteracted by these devices. And with that information, we found out that we can assess the human body with the devices, because the nervous system seems to interact with the devices in a very peculiar way. And I'm going to demonstrate all of these things. One of the interesting things about these quantum devices, whether they're wands or whether they're titanium discs, is that they have the capacity to be entangled. And what I mean by entangled is that if they're left together for a period of time, say 24 hours stacked together, they have the capacity to become one. Now the magnet test is a really good demonstration of how quantum entanglement in these disks takes place. Earlier I showed you how a magnet over the conception vessel will cause the person to weaken. It doesn't matter which muscle you test, with a magnet over the muscle, over the conception vessel, their muscle will not lock. Put it back and then resist, they go weak. And I showed you earlier that if I take a device and place it all next to the magnet, the person would become strong again, despite the fact that the magnet was there. Well, the interesting thing is about these is that when you quantumly entangle 2 or 3 of these disks, the disk next to the magnet will actually cause the person to be strong. But if you take the magnet and place it on top of the discs over here, resist, it'll transfer the magnetic field to the conception vessel across the room. I've done it from over 20 or 30 feet. I'm sure it even goes further. But I have it here, and it's affecting her in the same way as if I put the magnet in her conception vessel by itself. The fast thing about this is that if I take her and test her now, she's going to go weak. She's got the magnet there, and then I can take the disc and put it there, and suddenly she's strong. But remember before, when I took those used these 2 little devices, I took the magnet out of the field and put it back. Remember, she went weak. But you'll find that when you have quantumly entangled devices, these 2, this group of devices is somehow correcting the magnetic field influence on her nervous system, but they're not anywhere near her. So if I remove this from her and put it back in, normally with unentangled devices, she would go weak. She's actually strong because these devices are actually protecting her against the magnetic field from the magnets.